damn cereal with it. Anyway, yeah, happy 420 everybody. So I've been on for a few days, and to be honest with you, I may be a little bit slow this morning getting going. Because I'm like half asleep. I ain't been live for like 3-4 days now or some shit. Oh, oopsie. And it's 420. I mean, with coffee, 420 coffee. Oh, I shouldn't have started. I didn't mean to start live again. I've done this thing when I press start button. It's 420. Just get on with it. Today, though, we'll be going for a skate. I've decided this year now I've actually had a bit of time off of the business, so to speak. I mean, running the business has been day in, day out. As you can imagine, owning and running a business is actually very, very difficult. I'm not trying to be like, oh, look at me, because it isn't that sort of like. I still struggle, you know what I mean? Sometimes I come up with like fresh ideas or whatever, we're all human at the end of the day and stuff. And I'm like, needing to wake up. I need to take some coffee. That's something I can talk about during time. I'm kind of glad 420 wasn't yesterday because it was a Sunday. Today's a work day. Right? I love working, man. I love it. I'm sorry, guys. I think because I haven't been live for like 3-4 days now. It's been about 4 days. I'm like, just not prepared mentally for live. But like I said, the only thing I'm prepared mentally for live is actually starting the live. So once you get speaking, once you get talking, so your brain starts to wake up a little bit more. And then a little bit more. And I realise as well like why people struggle like my life when I go to bed. So the majority of people who actually watch me are actually in the US. Which is crazy because I thought the majority of my viewers or subscribers or whatever, or followers, just whatever I called it, was in the UK, or spread about, at least. But I feel like I know I get more of the skaters in as I'm skating this summer. Because fingerboarding is way more of an American thing. I mean, I know it is in the UK, it's just not as popular in the UK. I mean, to the point where there are skateboarders I know who are like, why are you playing with the tech deck, bro? And I'm like, no, it's fingerboarding. They're like, what's fingerboarding? But over in America, you've got like indoor fingerboard parks and shit, which is pretty cool. You don't get that over here. So it's getting more popular, don't get me wrong. 2 seconds. I didn't mean to start live, and happy 420, everybody. It's funny because if people want to say right now, what is it going to be? 5 hours behind. It's 5 hours, isn't it? So it's probably just yesterday for some people in some time zones. It's not even 420 yet, it's 419. Isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Okay. I'm sorry, as I said, I didn't mean to start a live already. It's just. I wanted to like unstart, like go back, end the live, come back, start it again. It's completely pointless. It's just last night my partner done a roast, and with that comes like an early night, so at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I used to get up and I do most of the washing up. I just leave it all for the next day, and then the next day I get up and I'm like, why did I do that? Got to sort of start loading things. For life. But yeah, happy 420. Even if you don't, I mean, this is like their second best holiday, or third best holiday, right? It goes Christmas, birthday, 420. Hands down. I actually think 420 for me is probably actually above birthday. Because I think it's everyone together having a good time. Where birthday is just about you. And I don't really care about my birthday. It's like, I was born 25 years ago. Like, how exciting. I know, 420 is just more like, really is like, it's amazing, especially in the UK before we had it legalised medically, that is, before anything was even in the UK. You could even get CBD, right? You had to, I mean, it was the way we would all come together in solidarity. I feel like, at the end of the day, when you as a people know something, you as a people know something. And if now the last few years haven't proven that people in power are controlling as anything and do not want the best for us, I don't know what will for people. Now, I'm not saying it's all great, it's all good, like there's no issues, but I've been a councillor and said care about public health. When I mean, look at cigarettes, look at tobacco. They've been selling us cigarettes and tobacco since we were 18. In the UK, when I was younger, you could smoke cigarettes in the UK at 18, at 16, if you could get them. They've changed the law. It's now 18, I'm pretty sure, but it was 16 you're allowed to smoke, which is wild. And you're allowed to have your first drink at 5. What is that? That is indoctrination to the highest level. So, they know it tastes like shit, so get them drinking it now, get them drinking their Guinness, get them drinking their... So I'm not sure in America you actually have, like, the necessary strong... I know you have strong alcohol, don't get me wrong, it's like alcohol pops. I feel like that's a thing a Brit did not invent. It may have been, but it just seemed very much like we would have been, miners going, after we'd been mining for the coal, like in the 80s, we'd have gone to the pub, got a Guinness, got like, you know what I mean, like, but nothing fancy, not like, what they call them, like, mixers, no, not mixers, what are they called? Pitchers? Like, what the fuck is a pitcher? I get what a pitcher is, but just pour me a pint, bro, just pour me a pint. But yeah, the beer today, every day, being a sober person, I'm not drinking alcohol anymore. 420 is a much better day to celebrate anyway, trust me. But yeah, happy 420 everybody. I love it. Some people like 420. It needs to be more acceptable. There is like an international fucking beer day, isn't there? There probably is. I'm not aware of what day that may be. I have no idea where I put a cup. Bear with everyone. I didn't mean to start the live yet, to be honest with you. I've done that thing again where, because I haven't been on for 4 days, I keep forgetting. I end up getting to do lives for like a week, and then I get to the end of the week and I get up perfect. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't hit live yet. I'm like, okay, it says go live rather than okay or confirm, and then go continue the rest of the settings, get set up, then start the live. But because I've had 4 days off, I completely forgot again. So shit, as soon as I hit live. Sorry, everyone. Because I had a rose last night, and we actually have to get up super early. Obviously, what I do is I like wash off most of the stuff, so there's like no food on it. You know what I mean? But I don't do heavy like. I'll do that in the morning, like now. Otherwise, I'll be going to bed so late. Like, so I go to bed go to bed late to wake up at like 4 o'clock. Like that. I think this is the first 420 I've been up at 420, the other side of the day. You know, 420 on a 420, everyone's like, happy 420. Like, cool. I woke up this morning at 4, obviously getting up to 5 for my partner's work. And this is why I start my own business perfectly for these reasons. If I need time, if I need days off, I can have days off. If I want to work longer than the legal, that's legally out, then I technically am, as long as I don't pay myself, right? I mean, I'm allowed to just give my work a bit of extra time. It's just earning a certain amount of money. Any money you do earn, just have to, like, obviously, money, but it's about that for me. I would rather just be able to put in 9 hours to be able to do what I enjoy, skate. I can tell you what, all I can say is a minimum amount of money. It's better if you get to do what you in love, and I believe people like, what, you don't know nothing. I'm like, I do, right? Compared to having loads of money and working like 5 days a week, 12 hours a day, and then having loads of money, it's like, cool, you have a future. But I'm like, no, I mean, if you've got something you want to work on, that potentially will get you somewhere. Like, I'm the founder of a skate company. That's a very unique thing. There aren't many skate companies. There are a lot of, I don't know, there's a lot of electricians, there's a lot of plumbers, there's a lot of things, and I'm not having a go. These are things that I needed. So if you become a plumber, perfect. You know what I mean? It's a thing that's needed. Yeah, it's always going to be needed. If you electrician, it's a thing that probably be needed. Well, I've still got electricity. Having a skate company, that's another. It's like a unique thing. Especially out of the UK, there is not many skate companies out of the UK. This tiny, tiny little island, tiny but mighty. I know how people think it's not, but it is. I'm sorry, right? People said the other day said, "What's the biggest empire that fell?" And I was like, Rome. Like, it could be. He's like, "Oh, it's the UK. How do you say you know stuff?" I'm like, we haven't fallen. We still own the Falkland Islands. We still not like own, but I mean, I know we're like part collaboration. I mean, we've realised it's not fair to go somewhere and be like, right, we demand this territory. But we managed to, well, I say me, they weren't my ancestors, my family moved here. But I'm proud for the Brits. They're not for like the bad things done, but every country should have a thing they're proud of. And then on the flip side, maybe things you shouldn't be so proud of. But I mean, that's not you, is it? But anyway, happy 420. Where's the fucking sweet gone, man? Damn it. Like I said, because we have early morning and then well, I had to have an early night, so it's an early morning. Just washed everything off like nice and early anyway. Wait, move here. Then you're British. Wait, what do you mean? Move where? I'm confused what you mean now, bro. Yo, sorry, but I didn't see the first message. I thought it was one I was on that said Bob saying say hello. But most of the time I say hello and most people don't say anything. So if I just talk, people just feel like they could join in on the conversation at some point or whatever if they want to. Do you mean to America? I want to move to America, man, but at the same time I'm sort of like, do I really? I have nothing against America. I love it. Yeah, I've been a few times. I've travelled a lot, man. This is why I say to people having money, and I was saying from someone who had a lot of money, worked a lot of jobs, worked really hard, now has their own business, and arguably, yeah, sometimes has more money, or I'm in a position of more people know me, right? Or it's weird how life is. But being, say if I was to start a skate company out in the UK, the fact I started it here means there's less people already doing them, so you're already well known from the get go. Where if you do it in America, there's somebody in every other town trying to start a skate company, so you are less likely to make it. And that's not a dick. That is really not a dick. Because if you start saying else, that's less. You have to do what's not really being done. I think we all know that, right? If you just do carbon copies and repeats of the same thing, you're not going to really make it anywhere. You might do, but you're on your own level. But if you changing something up, I'm the first company in the UK to put my own graphics on skateboards and fingerboards. Now, if I was in the US, that definitely wouldn't have been the case. But I can guarantee it. People who move to the UK. Right, people who move to the UK are then British. No, I don't agree with that, bro. I think if you move to the UK, your kids become British if they're born here. You don't just move somewhere and become so. Because I can't move to Lebanon, I can't move to Qatar, I can't move to any of these Middle Eastern countries. I actually have like from Romania and I have family from out that way. But I can't sit there and go, oh, because I live there, I am that from that country. I don't think that's necessarily right. I think you have a right to have kids there maybe if you move somewhere, and then those kids will be British. Because my family moved to England, they weren't English. I became English because I was born. Now I'm not sitting there. People can be like, I appreciate it. I appreciate how people want to see it in their eyes and how they want to see it. Respect. But at the same time, if everybody could just be British then because they moved here, I think it's because everyone wants to be British. Everyone wants to seem to be British. To be honest with you, so it's like everyone thinks they can be British. But even my family who moved here will say they're not British. They moved here and they've been here for like 20 plus years now. They say they're not British. They say I'm British because I was born here. Yeah, I was born in Wales. So actually, you're like, yeah, am I British? No, you've got British and English. Great Britain, yeah, I'm British, but I'm not English because I was born in Wales, right? So there's a difference. But people who move, I'm sorry, but if you move here, that means every single person who's coming across on the boat, every single person that's like, instantly becomes British straight away. I do not agree with that. Like otherwise, my parents would be. You have to have a birthright to a degree. That doesn't mean you can't just move here and like pull your weight, give a little bit of effort, do whatever you're doing. Right, that's fair. That's fair enough. I'm not saying people can't do that if they're willing to. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to. My family wouldn't have been able to end up being here. Do you know what I mean? Hello, welcome, welcome. But I believe everyone else, like people have the right. You know what I mean? People have the right, but you can't just move here and like, next week, hey, you're a British citizen. Like I moved to America, I don't become American. I can get an American passport and I can get an American visa, a work visa, right, or a living visa. But I'm still a British person living in America.
So the same would be for anything else. That's not racism. That is facts. I mean that. And people get really annoyed about that, but I'm like, I'm near flip hand. So I'm like, where do you come from? Lebanon or Israel, anywhere like that? And I said, I haven't got my family from the Middle East, so we'll just add. But yeah, let's just say you have family. That doesn't mean I'm like, hey, I'm instantly from like Lebanon or I'm from this or Qatar. Like I'm not. So I can't. I'm like, I was born in England, which makes me English by birthright, right? But you can't just move here and be like, right, I'm British. That's not how it works. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not. Your kids maybe, but your kids will be British, right? If you have kids in England, like if I went over and had kids in America with my partner, because I've got my, if I move to America, wherever I decide to move to, then they will become British, American, right? You don't, and that's only because I'm Welsh because I was born in Wales. My family moved to Wales. They moved to England. They moved to all flipping the trifecta, Scotland as well for a little bit when they first moved to UK. They didn't become any of those. They've got a kid by birthright through here, so technically they're going to get deported, right? They're not going to get deported. I mean, they're not technically. They came here legally. Originally they came here illegally, but then they tried. But not for any of that. They came from like Romania. They escaped a dictatorship. Romania is rough man at that point, up until the 1980s, 1990s. But yeah, man, I'm not trying to. Hello, welcome, welcome. Yeah, that's very true. Sorry, guys, I'm not. But yeah, someone called me out about. Well, I think if you just become, you move to England, you become British in my eyes. I'm like, no, because if I ask that person wherever they may be from, you know, but I know for a fact, 'cause I asked someone before from Lebanon. I said, so if I came to Lebanon, does that make me Lebanese? Does that make me Middle Eastern? No, precisely. So why do you become British when you move to England? That's not how it works, bro. You know what I mean? Like people, and I'm like, people just want to be British like that badly, right? It's like rare, it's unique. With this tiny island, you can fit. Do you know how many UKs you can fit inside just Texas alone? I don't know. It's a lot. I mean, I should know, shouldn't I? Because it's like a statistic I've got going on there. So I'm looking for a small spoon. But yeah, it's a lot. You can fit quite a few. Can you then? What, you want me to say my name is, your name is, or what? I'm confused on that matter. Oh well. But I'm sorry, like it's just the way it is, and like people get annoyed about that. But everyone always seems to have it the way they want it. It's like when it's England, they become British, but when it's their country of origin, no, you don't become from my country. You're a white boy. You know what I mean? Which is it's funny, and I take it is what it is, man. We are who we are. But it's like people just want to be something they're not. And then the moment you call them out on that, the people get really like annoyed about it. I'm like, well, it's just facts, bro. You can't. I'm sorry, you can be annoyed about facts, but the whole point is a fact. That's why it's called a fact. Like, people call me a sheep something because I'm from Wales, right? The fact I'm from Wales it makes me is a fact. But am I? No. Is it banter? Yes. I mean, it's perfect. I mean, people won't know what I'm on about. I don't know if it's even known outside of the UK. It's probably not even a known joke. But what are we on about? And right, they love to say that sheep, Welsh people love to have relations with sheep. They love their sheep so much that Welsh people be having relations with their sheep. That's what they were saying, right, in the UK. It's a little joke. To be like, you're a sheep shagger. It is funny. But yeah, so and I mean, it's just this discrepancy. Even in the UK, I get people. Brits don't like Welsh very much. Welsh don't like Brits very much. The Scots don't. But at the same time, we're all still banding together in this sort of funny, like us. So me as a Welsh, the Scottish and Irish are pretty, let's say, um, combined. So I would say how I see myself is, truthfully, a Romanian British. So Romanian of origin, British. It's like a Welsh person, right? A Welsh, yeah. I don't know how to describe it. It's funny, right? So anyway, as I say, like on here in UK, you are only like my partner will say it because like we have this little discrepancy, but they will all agree. Because I moved through Europe, that I am English. Like I moved, I was born here. I didn't move through Europe. My family did, but that doesn't mean they're English because my mum's from Romania. Like it won't. You're not going to just be you're English too. I'm English of birthright. Through heritage and stuff, I'm not. No, but through birthright, yes. But then yeah, I was born in Wales. But then there's also the funny thing of people be like, "Oh, Wales is England, Josh," when it suits them. But because Wales and the rest of the UK will have this little like drama going on between them. It's quite funny. It's literally like sibling rivalry between these little tiny little countries. But man, I've decided this year or next year, I want to travel. Like I am gonna work my heart off, skate my ass off this year to the max. Like people ain't seen my level of skating yet because since I started my skate company, I've been taking it easy because I didn't want to hurt myself again. But now I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to spend the next 6 months in Australia. You know what I mean? I really don't care at this rate. I've started the skate company. I've come this far, and this person there's a kid I'm sponsoring, right? I say a kid. He's 16, 17. And someone else who's 35. I really want to span that age bracket, and they're both incredible. The one who's 17 has been skating like 8 months, 9 months to a year, and this kid is already right. I can't even say the things he's doing. I just have to show people. He's absolutely incredible. Jordan can do like McTwists, hand plants. He can literally do a 540 shove it, indie grab, or a melon grab over the flipping spine, which has got a double coping, so it's even harder to get the pop out of it without like catching a kingpin or something. He's a legend. And so yeah, but this year people haven't seen my skating. I was literally at one point wanting to try and get on Fashion Magazine or something. I was that good at the skate because I grew up in a care home. You can imagine, like, you have no care for yourself. It's funny how they call it care home, yeah. You don't ever learn care for yourself. That sounds really stupid, I know, and cringe, but it's just true. You never learn care for yourself. Even though it's a care home, like, you grow up in a normal home, you learn more care than a care home. It's like they have to add that care home in there just to. No, no, it's because you're being cared after, but still. Right, here it is. Sorry. I wasn't ready to start the live this morning. But happy 420 anyway. Here we are. So yeah. Oh crap, I forgot what I was saying now. Don't worry, I will wake up today. I've had a good 4 days off now, so my brain's like back to brain power. Brain power given energy. But yeah, I'm adamant to move, so guys, I really am. It's quite funny because everyone always says to me, like, "Are you sure you have BPD? Because you're really tidy." And I'm like, "Trust me now, right? The anger I get from having a mess is so bad that I need it clean. It is awful. When I just start spiraling into the down. But then everyone needs me to clean because I'm the cleaning professional. Like, you know what I mean? I would be professional over anything I can do. And that's why I only do what I can do, because then I wouldn't be a professional. It's funny because my partner said that to me though. She said, she thought I knew everything. Right, I know it's going to sound really dumb, but I mean, I do have this sort of like, I know all personality. But it's not it's not in a cocky way. It's a more casual, like, I just appear to know a lot of shit, like random stuff. People are like, how do you even know that stuff? And my brain is just like a big, almost like thesaurus, encyclopedia, dictionary, everything combined, right? Terrible at maths, generally terrible at maths, but with other things like my artistic skill, my understanding on the level, it's just weird. Well, at some point, I was actually going to get into criminology and look at like cold cases because of being a sociopath or whatever they want to call it these days. I don't even know, but they have to call it something else, right? They call it antisocial personality disorder now, or whatever it is. It sounds like ASPD, but it's not. Well, it sounds like ASD. Sorry, ASPD. It's just a P. Yeah, it's a P that makes a difference. A P. So yeah, I'm a bit balmy today. I wasn't ready for the live, that's what it is. That's the issue. I wasn't ready to start it. Yeah, here we are. Getting old. No cap. No one told me at 25 your body starts breaking down because I've skated before. It's not breaking down because of my age. It probably is to do with it very slightly still, but I mean, but that's what I said today before I really regret never skating how I wanted to again. I am going to skate like a madman. I want to get my skating ability back to the next level. Because guys, there's a reason why I started a company called Skating. It wasn't just because I can draw and do graphics. It's because I was also a really good skater too. I mean, it's not just trying to brag. I was okay with not being a skater still, but that mindset very quickly changed and thought, you know what? No, I'm not. I don't want to be sat to the side not skating. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was this one person growing up in a group that used to record all our clips, right, for our skate group. And I remember I always used to sit there and think it to myself because I want to say it to him to make him feel more worried or insecure. But I was like, I could not imagine just being the filmer of the group while we're doing all our clips and like relating on the level because we're trying to get this same trick down. One person just records. Now, granted, you do need typically one person who's going to record your good clip, like your tricks for you, you get your clips. I mean, you want that allocated cameraman maybe. But at the same time, I do think you should all focus on skating and then take it in shots catching each other's clips. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to do that. And growing up, I remember feeling so bad for our designated like guy in the group who skated and recorded. But I then grew up to realise like he probably just didn't want to do the tricks like we did, but he wanted to be included in the group, which was like a nice little play on like you can all be in the same group, you can all be friends, you can all be skaters and stuff like this, but you don't necessarily be having to do like a kick flip, you know, 180 down the staircase, down a six stair. You don't have to be doing that. I mean, you don't have to be ollieing down the staircase, right? We're all on different levels because you've got vert skaters, transition skaters, and street skaters, which I identify as. I identify as a street skater. That's my pronouns, bro. No, seriously, though. It's. I always felt bad for the designated cameraman of the group, always, right, of our group when I was growing up. But now I've grown to realise that everyone's just as valuable to the group for a business, for sure. And also, I think it's just like if you want to skate, if you want to record, you want to record that. That's what you want to do. I like making fingerboards and skateboards. I like drawing the graphics on it. That's not making them. That's skating them. But I still enjoy skating them too. So I think like it played on my mind growing up. I always felt so harsh for the allocated cameraman. Like, oh, you join us sometimes. You don't have to just record us all the time. But he was like, no, I think he just enjoyed chilling with the skate group. Do you know what I mean? I didn't ever like process that. Like, you don't necessarily want to be doing like a front side flip down or a front side hill down a. I like front side hills and backside. They're really difficult. It's like other than a flip, doing a front side heel rather than a front side flip, way more challenging. But yeah, rather than battling that out, sacking yourself, hitting the rail, breaking bones, you're still having a good time, but not having to like do that stuff. Which I'm like, you know what? Actually, kind of makes sense to be honest with you. I mean, if you wanted to be part of a group that is friendly, not feel like you're being is it extradited? What's that word called where you push out of a group? Alienated, I guess. I don't know. Where you just feel like you're not part of a group is pretty shit, especially if someone was like skating the same level. So I think that was a good way for the guys to do a camera. But as I said, for me, like skating was always about just having a good time. If we never got a trick, you never got a trick. Someone else got a trick, I can't do your favourite go good. And there'll be tricks that my mates could do that you can do, and then vice versa. Do you know what I mean? It's not. What time is it? Sorry, 2 seconds, guys. It's only 6 o'clock. Damn it. Oh man, that's crazy early. Yeah, as I said, I've decided I don't just want to be the guy on the sideline with my skate company. I have to skate for my company too. So like, I'm bringing back my skating on the next level. Right, it's not going to be like it used to be, like varial hills to a blunt stool down at a blunt slide down a flipping double kink camera. Right, it won't be. But I might still try and send some handrails and some like hips, some hubbards. Do you know what I mean? Like I might try and come out of a flat bank, get a bit of height on me so I can get onto like the hubber. Because I know I can do that. I know I could probably front side flip and stuff like that over the hubber, down the stair set and stuff like that. I just need to get that back. And it ain't gonna be like I'm gonna hug it straight down over these handrails anymore or anything like that, sadly. But I am 25 and I've slipped the disc in my spine, I've torn my ACL, I've had a lot of injuries, so I don't have to skate as crazy, but I don't have to still go so easy on myself. I still want to have fun before my days are gone. Do you know what I mean? That is a main point. Now I'm gonna go have some medical because it's 420. So peace, love, and happy 420 to you all as well. It's 420 day, boy, and 420 is a day that I want to roll one. Go sit down at the skate park and just send anything, send anything, and just have a good time, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's 420. It's a good day. And as I said, with the skate company now, I've decided I've got it up for the last 2 years, and now I'm going to be able to skate again a little bit more than I've been able to before. I think the reason I'm going straight into skating was a little bit like iffy last year. I was like, what am I even doing? But starting the skate company needed my full attention. Now it's had 2 years. It's had enough time to majorly grow. I can now, give my skating some attention again, which is nice. Because there's not much more we can do other than get these boards ready next month. This is just one of the boards. I really like this graphic, to be honest with you. I really wish I could have done more. I might have to do more like that for myself. Or if people want ones like that. I love the wooden look. I don't know what it is. Having a bit of colour, but also still having the wood there is, I don't know, keeps it looking. Bro, I'm really sorry, the notifications were pissed off for like 10 minutes. Right, I'm going to go have some medical. Because it's one, because I didn't finish the one on the way back, and two, it's 420, so how could I not, right? Yeah, man, I actually lost about half my clippers. They've just gone everywhere. There's where they've gone. There's 3 over here. I've actually got 3 stands, like 3 layers. But yeah, I recommend to get one. Probably the best thing to do is actually go into an old shop, or like not an old shop, but a shop that's like who sells clippers, and they run out. And when they do it, they don't keep the stands like you think they would. Their whole thing gets replaced, the whole stand, which to me feels a bit wasteful because they're quite thick, solid lot of plastic. And if you, do you know what I mean? I don't know. It just feels a bit wasteful because that is one whole layer for us, And that's a lot of plastic. Just to, if you think about how many shops they're in, and each shop, every time they get a new load in, they get a whole new plastic thing like that. Where most things that come in cheap plastic packaging, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying. I think they just need to sell these so people can buy them themselves too. I don't know if you can. It's because, as I said, my partner worked at a shop, so it's made it a little easier. It's a good idea for sure, though. Oh, this one smells so good. I don't normally like Lynx Ride, but this cherry spritz. So I'm on one this morning because I've got to try and delay it like about an hour before I can fingerboard. Really, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Can't fingerboard. It's definitely too early for a skate. At the same time, though, I am so tempted to. As soon as it's 9 o'clock, I probably am going to go for a skate, guys. Go down to the skate park. I just want to hit some. I want to get. It's been so long since I skated well. It really has. Obviously, I uploaded some of my sneakers. It's still really good, but compared to how I used to skate, it does kind of break my heart a little bit. Bro, I used to get varial heels into a double handrail, and now like I struggle to get a flip in. Bro, I struggle to get heel flips some days. Do you know what I mean? That's the truth of it. And it's just difficult. And people who have skated before and who have had injuries will know how easy it is to lose that. For sure. It's more the muscle memory that comes back, goes and comes the quickest. Weirdly enough, meaning muscle memory is a really strong thing. You can remind it quite fast. But when you've lost muscle fully, and you, because I lost a lot of muscle, and I just lost myself. I was an addict for 8 years. I just completely forgot what it was like to skate. Completely. And I mean, don't get me wrong. There's parts now I come back to it and it's there. You know what I mean? I remember it. I'm like, shit, yeah, and you can tell. But then, so I go and do a frontside shove it, and then it would be there like hip height higher than that, clean catch, front foot catch. Then I go and do a backside shove it, and I completely miss it. So how? It's like I'm rusty from what I was last learning. The last thing I was doing was varial heels, hard flips, um, lasers. Like, bro, these are all front side shove it motion tricks. I'm like, it's like my brain turned off. The last time I had that injury, at that moment, it powered down like an old machine in an old warehouse. It just got closed down, like, and you're booting it up again for the first time in years, and it's like dusty and flipping. You know what I mean? That's what it literally feels like that. Because I go and do an ollie sometimes, like I proper bone it out, tweaks, the front's dipping down forward, and then I'm like, wait, what? And I watch them, like, how am I ollieing like that, proper clean? And then because people know ollie, and this is people, disagree on this one. I think ollie is one of the hardest tricks on a skateboard, only because once you've got an ollie down, like down, other things come a lot easier after that. And ollie, from going that first time where you pop on a board, but you don't actually pop it, and you kind of do that weird thing where it slides the tail, doesn't even really hit the ground, to rolling and doing frontside 180s and backside 180s and frontside flips and then backside flips and frontside heels and backside heels, and the list goes on, bro. Like, I think a frontside heel flip to like into a revert afterwards as well is really clean. If you do a frontside flip or any sort of flip trick into it and then you pivot turn at the end, it just look really clean. And it looks like it's how you can do. What was I going to say? I need to go for a smoke, guys. Happy 420, by the way. If you do want to do a bigger spin, right, or no, a big spin or a fakey big spin, a way to do that would be to do a fakey, you know what I mean, and bro, and then just add a revert at the end, and then just add like the revert closer and closer and closer, and essentially by the time you've done it and landed, you have just done the 360 shove with the revert at the end, or body varial. Sorry, my brain today, my poor brain. It's been 4 days off, right, where I've not had to talk about skateboarding or anything, so my brain is like super rusty on the matter as well. So if someone showed me a clip, I'd be like, wait, is that, I couldn't figure out if there was, because normally I watch something about that's switch or regular, right? That's a switch or regular because you kind of get a feel for like how they're skating, if they're skating rusty, if they look a little bit, off of the ball, but you can't always. I think it's really insulting to go, oh, is that your switch? You should never say that to a skater, in my opinion. I mean, you could do, but if you want to seem like a right dick, because even when it is their switch, it sounds like an insult because you are just saying like, okay, is that you? That looks like your worst version of skating, bro. That's like your worst stance. But if that happens to be their normal and they're just getting better at skating, you just made yourself sound like a dick. But if they also happen to be switch or they are their regular, but they actually happen to be good, you also just come across like an arrogant douche. Like, oh, what? Like you can switch skate better, can you? I don't know what it's just it's just a thing you just don't want to cross into. I personally believe. I think it's a good, it's an insult to avoid for sure. I mean, I've seen it so much recently. Even someone commented on one of my, to somebody who I'm going to be sponsoring, done this flipping wally. Like he dropped in this 14 foot, and instead of kind of actually ollieing this thing, he done it too late, but it turned into a wally. He managed to like drop in 14 foot, and there was this thing, a flat bank, a driveway, whatever you want to call it, and there was a hubber. Let's say it wasn't really a hubber because it was flat and it wasn't coming out. But I mean, he like got up to here and he ollied it, and so he like wallied this flipping thing. And somebody turned around and went, "Oh, was that your switch ollie?" And he went, "No, I'm not that great yet." I was like, "Bro, he's been skating 8 months. He's learned to drop in. He can. He broke a collarbone already in 8 months, and people can go, "That means you're mad or get no." And he's already come back to it. That's impressive shit." And I'll stand for any skater there. I after now being 25 and having so many injuries, more than I've had hot dinners, bro. Like come off the probably hot dinners, maybe not roasted, but hot dinners for sure. Like it's crazy how many times I've fallen off the board. Like in one day I've fallen off 20 plus times. So of course I've had it more than I've had hot dinners. It's actually nuts. But yeah, this kid's crazy. So as I said, I stand up for it, and anyone said, "So," and I said, "Just don't say it's up your switch skate or something." it's just an insult, bruv. It just is not worth it. It's just mean. Because even if it isn't, or even if it looks like it, or even if it could be, does it matter? Just let people have fun. Let people do them. They're not bothering you. Do you know what I mean? Like, people, that's it sometimes. Right, I'm going for my medical. Because it's 4:20. I didn't actually finish the one this morning already. Truthfully, sometimes it's just too dark and cold in the morning. I can't be bothered to be outside because of my arthritis as well. I mean, darkness has nothing to do with my arthritis, but the cold part. If you look now, it just looks really nice. I know it's going to be really trippy for people in the States who it's like night time for you, right? It's like, what, 12 o'clock maybe? 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock? So it's so weird for it to be daytime. I love, that's what I love about it, right? It's like getting jet lag too. So I don't know if I saw that message, but yeah, hello. What was I doing? Oh yeah, medical. But yeah, it's like jet lag, bro. I've only had jet lag going to Australia, not America, because I think the 6 hours, about 5 to 6 hours, didn't really cause it. But if you're actually in the States right now, I bet it's quite odd looking at an early morning. Like, if you look at your phone and look out onto the screen as well. You know I've got to go skate today. It looks too nice, man. Right, this is literally my house, right? My partner must love it, right? Bless her. Skateboard. Skateboard. Right. Oh, have I got another skateboard? I do somewhere. I don't even know, but I have skateboards bloody everywhere. To be fair, now it's getting brighter at this time. I don't mind fingerboarding sometimes because, I mean, who's staying up this early? Yeah, who's staying up? Sorry, who's staying in bed sometimes when it's this sunny? As it comes into summertime, or like well, spring, well, yeah, it is coming in summer, isn't it? We're in spring, coming into summer. Oh crap! Bye bye. Then you have the. Sorry, I've misplaced. I am. Oh, damn it. Bear with. I really understand how I could misplace this. So I've decided it's 4:20 and I can't not start. Oh, there's the other ball. I can't have 4:20 without a proper spank. Not like some half-hearted weak one that I just had. Right, as I said, I just had it. Didn't finish it this morning. Bro, where is it gone? What the fuck? Okay, this makes sense. I don't know. It's just gone on a walkabout, bro. Right, laser crook to node. See, that's a nice one, bro, to be fair. See, I'll be real with you, bro. Laser flips on the definitely about skateboards or fingerboards. Probably skateboards. Skateboards are my main thing. On a skateboard, I'd probably say, oh man, I don't even know. Probably a switch laser to a blunt. I think that would be really nice. Because I've already had a. Actually, no. Actually, yeah, probably a switch laser to a blunt. So I've already landed a laser to a blunt down a double kink handrail when I was growing up skate. Well, that's why I started skate company because you know what I mean. After my injuries I sustained, I was I am never skating the same again. But I didn't want to feel ostrated. What's the word? No, I didn't want to feel pushed out by a skate community because I felt like it was like part of my family. But like the issue with people is they don't respect what they can't see. You know what I mean? Like people are seeing is believing. To be fair, I understand that for a lot of people. So when people don't see me landing the flip tricks or anything, I understand that, but I don't really have. I mean, I personally think, as I said, with my injuries, there's a reason why I'm on permanent painkillers. So I guess with me, there has been seeing is believing to a degree. Because obviously, I'm on a lot of painkillers every single month. People, I guess, are aware of that. And also, why the flip would you start a skate company if you didn't actually like love skating? I have no idea. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. So I'm bringing my skating back this year for sure, for sure, without a doubt. Like my skating is going to be wild because I know people haven't experienced my level of skating yet. I mean, people have obviously experienced it. It sounds dumb, but I knew from me, people would be like, "Damn!" Like because my skating was like I grew up in a care home. And the funny thing is, you do not care for yourself. It's like the irony of a care home. Like, there's no care, no love for yourself because you're not cared for the same level as other kids are. And it's not like a boo-hoo here. It's like when your parents love you, you learn to love yourself and look after yourself. So when you don't, you just go for it. And I mean, skating was wonderful. I loved it. I just send anything. And as I said, now I've got older, I had injuries and stuff. I'm 25. I'm going to get my skating back this year. Not like to what it was, but to a degree where I'm happy with it. And I at least want to get like a switch hill flips on a ramp. You know what I mean? To faking and stuff like that. I want to be able to get blunt stools to switch flip. You know what I mean? And just anything, bro. I'm desperate. Being a skater, being an addict, like quite literally with the business, being a skate addiction. And like now I've done 2 years of the business. This is what I believed in my head. I was like 2 years of the business. So then I could ease up a little bit, right? I didn't have to go 100 miles an hour with it all the time. Because when you first got a business like this, you have to give every bloody minute of every day. There's just no question about it. But now had the business for 2 years now. It's like it's a nice little moment for one. I'm like, wow, 2 years long. And then also I'm like, I don't know really. I'm like, I can now just give myself a bit of time. Give myself the time, the therapy, what I need to do to unwind, right? Because realistically, you get to a certain point, like my life now, hopefully will be a bit more entertaining today. I'll have a bit more energy and I'll be a lot more chatty and ready to go. Where other lives I've been, I don't know what to say, guys, because I've run out of things to say. I've not had a break. It's just being effective with my time. Like, that's what the skating's going to come back into it. And yeah, you just watch. Let's just say, right, I'm a better skater than Aaron Cairo, right? Let's just say that. Who is a sponsored skater from the San Francisco Bay Area. Like, no, you're bloody not. That was funny. That made me laugh because I'm a sponsored skater. It's like, bro, not even I'm like ever been sponsored. It is what it is. Like, we don't have to fucking be what we're not. You know what I mean? If you're not saying you're not something, there's no. You have to like hide behind some fake persona. Like, and I think the fact that makes me laugh now is I'm a better skater than Aaron Cairo now than he was. It's just crazy. And I'm not even putting my full time into my skating, bro. Like, really, really not. I feel like my ollies are better than Aaron Cairo's. Holy shit. Like, yeah, this year will be the year I get my skating back, like, on lock, 100%. Without no questions. Like, I refuse to let my body give in this year. I am my body. I am the boss. I am in charge. Oh, I just want to go listen to CKY. I've got that, you know, that. I literally got that CKY riff in my head. 96 Quiet Beans, where I literally. It's such a banger. I actually miss the early 2000s with like the biggest like. It's so sad. I mean, the fact I miss early 2000s and bro, it's like now we're in 2025. It's like, please, 2026, please slow down. Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Eat that. But you watch my skating this year. I'm gonna at least be getting some. I don't know, maybe some grinds up into the hubba because there's I've got quite a nice big hubba here, and I feel like I don't know, man. I just gotta get back. I also want a wider board and a thinner board, so I'm gonna buy myself a 10 or a 14, And I'm also gonna get myself like an 8 or a 7.75 potentially. Just because with this 7.75, and anybody who's skated smaller boards before will know this, like the board flips a lot easier. You get the rotation on that shit. I mean, at that point, I can quadruple flip the board. Do you know what I mean? I could literally do a quadruple kick flip sort of thing, rather than just rotating the board once or twice at a push. I have the drawings, the graphics I have. There's a new graphic I've got which is actually hilarious. Let me go grab it and show everybody. I think it's time. It's called Cat Shit. Oh man, how funny, I know it. Happy 420. I might have a sale up today because it's 420. I might just put a sale on, right? Why not? Be nice. I can't kick flip for shit. Go on, bro. That's sick, bro. So I'd say I'm the same, man. Kick flips are a flipping nightmare. I mean, I've got a kick flip sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, compared to my heel flips, completely right. My kick flips are naff. And I think it's I tore my ACL before my MCL. The over rotation I have to do in my leg is ridiculous. So because I have to obviously bend it slightly, move it parallel, and then roll it and then flick. It's that whole motion is just awful. I'm terrible with it. So yeah, let me get the graphic up quick. Hurry up. I also wanted to start designing my graphics, that my tattoos as well. Because I don't think people realise when I say I want to be covered in tattoos, semi-covered in tattoos, like up to my neck, all over. And I want to do it before I'm 30, really. Oh, I love it. So it says Cat Shit, right? And this is the graphic I want to have on the book. So I just think Catch It. It's like that's a shit catch, or you catch the board, like catch it. I don't know, it's just funny, it run well. And this is what I mean. Why there are new companies that do graphics that are slightly. It's not even edgy, bro. It's like it's just funny, right? It's not even edgy. There's a lot edgier shit than that. Tell you now. I wanted to do a cat from behind, and then I kind of came up with this whole like. First, it was just going to be an outline of a cat, but then it looked too boring and simple. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to add colour to it, texture. But then it came to a black and white cat, and I was like the option between doing a black and white tabby or anything. I thought the easiest would be like actually a ginger and white cat, because I actually find things like lighter colours easier to shade and blend together because you can see the colours easier. Where if you just put black and dark blue together, they're harder to blend because you can barely see the blue on the black. You know what I mean? It's lighter colours. Like if you do light yellow with an orange and a red and things like that, you can blend them quite well because they're lighter colours. They kind of leak into each other, so to speak. Where they're on the lighter scale, where it's a dark. If the colour's really dark, they really struggle to bleed into each other in the sense of naturally looking. Oh. Anyway, right, I'm gonna go for one because it's medical. It's Medical Mondays and it's 420 on. So happy 420. It's 420. It's like the best day of the year. It's like better than my birthday. I mean, arguably so. I love 420. Normally a really sunny day. Yeah, like it's a weird thing when it's America sometimes. I mean, in America sometimes, it's not the next day just yet. Do you know what? I tell you what, I actually think humans are just not meant to eat as much as we do sitting. You know, like a roast dinner or a Sunday roast. If you're American, I mean, you'll have a roast dinner, right? It's a similar process. I mean, the chicken pot roast or whatever the flip it's called. It's the same thing. It's just roasted vegetables and shit, right? Look at the sunshine. I am gonna have to skate down, I'm afraid. And it's too good to miss. And this year I'm gonna bring my skating back because I said I've had the year. No, that's not what I was going to say. I've had the business for 2 years now, private skate company, and I needed to get to a point where I felt like I could kind of almost grow its legs, right, and let it. It's like having a baby. When it's first born, you got to watch it and watch it and watch it and watch it. But when you once it's got once it's grown legs, right, essentially it can walk on its own. You don't have to you don't leave it, but you can take a break. I can go skate for a day. Like I can't. I had to show up every single day for the business. You do anyway when it's work days. Or I can take now. I mean, I got to a point where I could technically be right. I'm taking a break. I'm taking a few days break. I'm taking 2 days off. I'm taking 3 days off. Obviously, not to just do nothing. It'd be counterproductive, but to do stuff that help the business, be it marketing, skating, fingerboarding, meeting up with people. Because my next plan is going to be to actually invest my own money once the other chance starts to take off as well, and travel, go for Europe, because I know for a fact that my skating is what I call just send it sort of attitude. I like to I bomb stony hills, and I won't just bomb it. I'll proper try and I'm like a street skater. I work through the dust and the crust, as I like to say. I will go through the scattiest frontside flips. So when I try and get them back over some scatty like Jersey barriers sort of thing that cracked up, the floors all cracked before it. Doesn't need to be a clean out. That's what I love about street skating. It's nothing's perfect. It's not made for skating, so to have it perfect for skating would almost feel like it's intended not to be. I like things that are intended necessarily not to be skated. You know what I mean? You see it, someone goes, if you can skate that, I give you that sort of mindset. I give you 20 quid. I give you I'm like, yeah, go on then. Not for the money though, I'll just do it for the fucking love. I'll do it for the love of it. And that's what I want my skating to come back to. And I know it will do. You just need to give it enough time to flourish. It's once you start getting certain tricks back, it becomes a whole lot easier. And I'd say for me, I just need to get my varial heels back, and I will be happy. It's on my favourite trick. I always beat everybody in the game of skate with varial heel because I don't know why I've never really meet people that can do varial heels. People seem to really struggle with them. Frontside shove it with a nice little heel. I don't know why people do. I guess it's the two variations of a. So you've got a backside shove it, a frontside shove it, and a heel flip and a kick flip. A backside shove it is easier than a frontside shove it, and a kick flip's normally considered easier than a heel flip, which I think is stupid. I think more people need to try a heel flip and they realise the heel flip's actually probably a lot more easier. It's a lot of an easier motion. You have your foot in front of the bolts, swoop down, pop, raise it so you can just get parallel, so you get height on the board, drag it slightly along and up with it. It's not even that far, bro, because if the dragging motion creates traction, I don't like that. It's about lifting it parallel and tilting your leg at an angle and then pushing and rolling when you hit a certain point. Because you literally have to lift your legs and then do that. So you jump, instead of having to jump and slide and flick, you jump, lift and flick and you'll get the same result. You don't have to do this sliding crap that I see. And I think that just throws people off more, bro. From what I learned anyway. For me, I learned a heel flip literally from when I first started skating when I was 7, when I first got on the board, 7 or 6 or whatever. And then when I was 10 or 11, I'm landing a heel flip the first time, or I think I might be 12. But back in that time, we didn't have YouTube. We didn't have you know what I mean? It wasn't. I mean, we did. By that point, I was skating, granted. But it wasn't. You didn't have the same level of tutorials and stuff on it. So it's just like learning, going out there and learning, trying to flip the board to see how it felt, and being oh yeah, that felt right, and it seemed right. If it looks right, it feels right, it seems right, and you see the ball rotating a certain way, then you know to make slight tweaks or adjustments. But yeah. Anyway, happy 420, everyone. I am just re-rolling one that I went to go for earlier with my partner. It's just too damn big. Because I've realised that, so truthfully, right, if you're having a smoke, right, you're going to want to enjoy it. So sometimes, when people roll like a warhead, like a big one. So what's the point? I will just add it is medical. I'm just adding that. That is true. It's funny. Like I love so many people don't realise. I was talking to my doctor the other day who's in the UK. She was like, so what medication do you use? I was like, well, this. And then she turned around instantly and went, when I meant legal stuff. We can't talk about that. And I said, it is legal. There's a prescription in the UK. But she was like, oh, all right. And she didn't like she wasn't writing it down. I said, no, I'm not just trying to like have you on here or get you to write something. Like they do. And she said, okay, like just 2 minutes, bear with me. And I was put on hold, and she came back and said, oh, I honestly had no idea about that. So that's fair. I was like, what the hell can someone? I mean, we are quite literally in 2026, right? It was legalized in 2018. 2018. How on earth? How on earth? In the space of 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. How on earth? In 9 years have we not? People aren't aware that it's legal. Medically, blows my mind. Actually blows my mind. How have you lived 9 years of yours? How has anyone lived 9 years of their life unaware that legal medication like it exists? How? I actually feel so sorry for anybody at that point. Do you know what I mean? That shows people like how long it takes for any news to sometimes reach people, which is absolutely insane. 9 years in a small country and people are still unaware. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Oh, I'm so tired. Right, I'm gonna go for a medical and then I'll be back, guys. I don't know why. For me, I find it even odder when people who from the US or whatever come on later than this. For me, I'm like, bro, it's already like 1 o'clock. So the fact that people be staying on till like 3 o'clock and stuff, staying up to watch me for 3 o'clock is actually crazy. So in a good way, I guess. You know, no harm. What time is it now? Oh, damn it! I'm taking my ADHD meds. I can't wait anymore. So tired. Right. Coffee. Going for medical. I just, what day is it? Shit. It's 4:20. Steak. So I'm gonna enjoy my 4:20 for 10 minutes, and then I'll be back. Sup, bro? Bro, you're in the States, right? It's 4:20, right? Already, maybe. I'm not sure because I know it's like late at night, right? Or like early in the morning. Sort of shit going on. Wait, no. You may be. I'm actually thrown off now. P. I think you are. Does this throw you off when you see it daytime like this and it may be like, pitch black? Because I never got jet lag going to the States. Only going to Australia, but it's like a full 24 hours, where it's like 18 hours or something behind or whatever it is. Is it? No, it's 12. Is it 12? Oh, I don't even know, bro. That sounds really dumb. All I know is it throws me off the time zones. Yeah, it's good to see you too, man. I'm about to have some medical because it's 4:20 and the sun is shining and it's nice and early. And this year, right, as well, I'm going to say, like, I'm getting my skating back in the bag. I can't. Yeah, I cannot. I think I had to tell myself I wasn't going to skate the same for the first 3 years because of running the business, right? And now I've got the business. Now I own the business. Now I've had the business running for 2 years. It's got its legs, right? It grew its legs, so to speak. So now if I want to skate a little bit more, I feel like I can. Because unfortunately, so unfortunately, sort of. I mean, running a business takes an incredible amount of time to do. I mean, I don't recommend it if you like, to spend your life doing something other than just sitting in front of a computer screen and like, I don't know, doing paperwork all the bloody time. But yeah, I know it sounds really bad, man, but it's because people. One person who said to me, "I'm a yapper from the UK," because this is the funny thing, right? Americans are typically more friendly and more outgoing and more like I don't know, you know what I mean, than a Brit. Brits are considered quite cold, quite but that's just that bit like that's just a Brit view. But like Americans are like, hey, like all right, nobody goes hungry and stuff like this. I love that attitude. You guys have a great sort of like everybody's family sort of attitude. I think I suit better that environment because, as I say, I don't have family really in my own. I do, but I don't. It's different. But in America, you seem to just all be like, anybody, especially on Thanksgiving and stuff like that. It's like, oh, nobody goes hungry, and I don't know. It's just the camaraderie. I can never say that word. The togetherness as a people. Where over in the UK, people generally are just like so cold and bitter, and yes, like I don't know, we're just boring sometimes, right? I think stuff in it. I don't know what it is. But yeah, Americans are just more friendly, but also, in my opinion, I'm sorry, any English people listening. Well, I'm not sorry to myself. I think we need to like cheer up a little bit. You know what I mean? Everyone's so bloody miserable, man. I'm sorry. I know everything's not great, granted, but if I can be at threat in like me, and I am at threat. I don't want to give any more reason than that. Then is already obvious. That's a good coffee, right? Yeah, I'm going for my 420 sweet guys, and then I'll be back, and I'm going to I don't know what. Oh damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! I just remembered I got to take my bloody pregabalin as well. But yeah, anyway, I was gonna say Americans to me are just more friendlier people than Brits. Brits are like so flipping miserable, man. Like it's almost like funny on a level. I feel like and this is not obviously my days. Obviously, always going to be the case, right? There are going to be people who are, let's say, grumpy on both sides of the pond, but apparently you're more likely to be like, "Hey, just come into my house with me," but like extend an arm. Where if you're in England, people will just be like, "Oh yeah," like they act like they don't know you. We're just nasty over here. I think we're politer. Do you know we're not? We're it's funny. People are like, "You're so polite. You just let anybody into your country." I'm like, we don't really have a bloody choice, mate. Right? Truthfully, that is the whole thing. Like, it's not a case of if we wanted to or not. Soon that will change. I can tell you now. I can see that. I can see that really going south a bit. And I don't think people realize the integrity. Every other nation that has built. I mean, Americans are originally from the UK. Hate to break it to you, sort of, but kind of. I mean, I know it's part of like the Spanish and just say European, right? That's essentially what you are. We're a mix of European. You guys are a mix of European. We're all a mixture of something. Your history runs so deep, and that's why I say to people, it's America as well. Generally, would come to the UK because it's quite. To me, I think that is like seeing where your history was before America. And I'm not. I love when people are like, if you want to see a history that's older than 500 years. I mean, literally in this town, we've got shops that have just been here for 500 years. I've just got the roof maybe changed because it's like been burnt down a few times. The brick is exactly the same. There are castles here that are older than America by about probably 2,000 years, bro. Like it's absolutely wild. Some of the oldest shit here, like, really, really, really old. It's impressive. It really is. And it's not all been knocked down and destroyed and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like if you want to see some real old architecture, some old building, that is a way to do it, in my opinion, is England. Or well yeah, Europe, but mainly England. We have some of the oldest like you know what I mean? Like there's somewhere called Corfe Castle, and it's the ruins of a castle. There's castles that are still fully intact. You can go inside them, right? But there's ones that are ruined, which are almost more surreal because it's like there are literally cannibals in the grass still from where their battle happened that haven't been moved. A cannibal that shot over like 1,000 years ago or some shit. I don't know. That is crazy. But when people go, oh, this tree grown here like 500 years in America. I'm like, that's like kindergarten to the UK. That really is. It's not a dig, but it's not a dig. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate it. I will be happy 420. I will be back. I'm gonna go enjoy my 420 for like 10 minutes. Birds are waking me up. Birds are awake. I'm awake. It's time to go and enjoy some. I had one a bit early with my partner, but I mean, I didn't finish it because it was cold. I was like, I just want to get back home. You know what I mean? Sort everything out, get my phone charged. And then, yeah, start a live up. And I've got some funny art to show people today. When do I start work? What do you mean? Do you mean work? I work from home, bro. This is the bonus. I love that because I mean that's a new one I've had because people be like because it looks like I'm ready. I've got my coffee. It looks like I'm up and I'm about to leave for work, or like you know what I mean, sort of thing. I love it because then when I'm sat down past the time, that's 6 or 7 o'clock or something like that, and it's like now 8 o'clock. People are unemployed. I'm like no, self-employed. Ah, an opinion. That's what I need to do. That's my opinion. Sorry, I find that phrase my partner played that, and that's what I'm doing. Like unemployment and self-employment look near on identical. It's quite funny. I have no idea what that noise is. Alright. Anyway, I must love you all and leave you all, and I will come back. I will reveal my art. Reveal my art. That didn't sound right then, but yeah. It's a funny graphic, man. It is. It is. It's a cat's ass taking a shit. Oh man. I'm sorry, it does make me laugh looking at that drawing. This is the graphic. It just says catch shit because it's maybe like you know you catch your shit or you got you know catch that shit or catch it. It's maybe like a double meaning from all of them. It's maybe you catch shit, catch it, and then catch it and catch your shit. I don't know. It could be like 6 different variations, I guess. Oh, I need my back like clicked out. Sometimes I just feel like, how can I crack my back, right? Sometimes I just want to jump onto the floor on my back. Because I'm like, if I do that and I like cannonball onto my back, will my body weight crack my back out? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Or like running into a wall, into my back, into a tree just to crack my back out. Who knows? I used to be able to literally lay down on like a wall or something and my back, when I go down, I go crack, 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 and now I can't. I'm like, oh, great. So bad as you getting older. Anyway, I'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. It's just 4:20, so you know I've got to go for my morning medical on 4:20. How can you not? I mean, I sort of had a bit of one this morning, but it was just too much. It was so early and cold. I don't know if you know what I mean. When it's really cold, you sweat like it can almost be harder to as well because it's like harsher because of the cold air and then like the heat from the smoke as well. But yeah, I'm a dash. I love you and leave you all for literally 5-10 minutes. It'd be the shortest time period you guys ever had to leave me for, I swear. Other than the last 4 days, that is. And I'm gonna finish this. I was gonna do a different colour cat as well, just like do a ginger cat taking a shit, and then it's a weird graphic. I mean, I don't normally draw a graphic like that, but I'm trying to trying to do more funny graphics to fit into that sort of funny vibe feeling. But it's because I always hear catch it, like you know when you say catch it, like catch the ball, catch the deck, catch it with your back foot or a back foot catch. Or it's always to do with skateboarding. Catch it. So I'm like catch shit. It's perfect, and boom, the graphic was born, the design was born, the idea was born, and I like it anyway because I feel like I'm just gonna have a cat that has taken a shit on it. Like why not? It's funny. It's sort of crude. It takes it back to the old days. And you best believe, like now I'm going out and I'm listening to CKY. I'm feeling that like that riff. That riff is the best riff on the drums from the 90s. 100%. And I love CKY because I mean, like, what is called now, what it means, you wouldn't be able to say now. You just wouldn't be, it would be inappropriate. I can't even say what it is, unfortunately, because people that if you're from that time period, you'll know what it is. If you don't, it's easy. I mean, just figure it out, I guess. to go. I'm gonna have to go do this. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Literally, it's 4:20. So, how can you not be fried on 4:20? That's all I'm saying. It's 4:20. Even it's medical. I have medical. I love it though because in other countries it's like recreational use is just completely fine. It's 4:20, bro. In this country, and that ideal is like, well, no, it's not recreational. You're gonna have it medicinally, bro. Medicinally, it is medicinal. It also happens to just recreationally soothe my soul as well. There's nothing wrong with that. But if they knew that, they're like, oh, we're gonna remove it, which is done because they won't remove it. But I mean, they can try. Didn't work. I mean, it was illegal or non-legal. It really doesn't bother people. That's all I'm going to say. At that point, when they realised the fact they've made it, let it be legal for a while, they messed themselves up. If they carried on going from the 1930s and kept it illegal, generations would have carried on going by and they would have believed that it was this bad, evil plan. But what they've done is they messed up and they legalised it for a time period in the last 10 years. And even then they try again, they've just wiped the clock. They're going to have to start again. And it's going to be even more risky because now there'll be history of 2 times I'm trying to make that public enemy number 1. First time it was racism. Second time it would be denial of racism. So it'd be another reason. I mean, like, it's done. So just remember that, please. Like, next time you dish on somebody, feel like, oh, you're a pothead. Well, no. Someone who drinks alcohol is drinking a neurotoxin. Just saying. If you want to drink, you're like, a neurotoxin saying you could, like, if you had enough of, you can't move your body. One of those things that, like, you are paralyzed essentially. And it makes sense because do you not get paralytic? Is that not a saying? Like, just saying, people. I got sober. I have to take a omeprazole now, which is stomach coating things because I don't have esophagus damaged, and I also don't have. Well, I have a bit of one, and I also don't have much of a stomach lining. So that's all I'm saying. Is I've never had that issue from medical broccoli ever, not one time. I just find that interesting. Beyond all, like, I mean, that's crazy. That's like comparing an AK to a fairy, then, isn't it? Really, like a butterfly or something, bro. One's very dangerous, and one's like not even dangerous at all. Like, one is like literally a killing machine, and the other one is a flower. That's like comparing. That is literally comparing medical broccoli to anything. There's never been a recorded unalivement from medical broccoli. Yes, there are plenty of mental issues potentially that could arise from improper treatment, improper use, and proper growth potential. But that's a lot better than somebody like having an anaphylactic shock or something. Do you know what I mean? From like peanuts. Peanuts. My point is, peanuts are more harmful than medical broccoli, and people don't like that statistic, but it's true. It's actually true. It's unalived more people. It's then caused more harm in families because people have lost people because they've lost a loved one. I tell you what, people might end up with a bout of psychosis because something wasn't flushed through properly. They've been given an antipsychotic and then they're fine again a few weeks later. I would rather have a friend have a psychotic episode, or I know someone would say the same about me, than just lose them straight up. Just boom, gone. That's it. You're not here anymore. How can they compare the two when there's like fen out there and then you've also got a plant, a herb? Very different. You know what I mean? On a whole other scale. That's like, as I said, it's like comparing an AK to a flower. It is. One's taking out more people than you can even count on, like, on your own without flipping writing it down. But the other one has never actually unalived a single person on its own. I mean, that sort of statistic is just unheard of, really, on this planet. You don't ever get anything else other life. Staircases have unalived more people than medical broccoli. Look it up. I'm not lying. I am not lying about this. And this is why I feel like it's a massive injustice against the plant itself. It's done nothing wrong other than maybe. Imagine if you had a few people that went into a bit of a fruit loop from something, right, or had some disorders from it. That just means ban it from everyone else who have glaucoma, arthritis, seizures, MS, fibromyalgia. I said glaucoma, didn't I? Because that's what I suffer with: arthritis, glaucoma, ADHD, rheumatoid arthritis, seizures from transit loss of consciousness. I don't have any of these things anymore. Well, I do, but I mean, that suffers like next to nothing. But it's funny, they get me on, oh, let's just see how many pills that the doctors put me on. Oh, I don't know. Bags and bags and opioids and benzos and pregabalin and stuff like that. Bro, if I was taking all these, right, every day, I would not be running my own business either. I'll be completely zombified. I'll be sat there in bed like nodding off all the time. You know what I mean? I'll be in Nodland. That'd be it. But yeah, I can still have a sensible dose of what I need, my medical broccoli, and still run a business and be up for over 12 hours in a day. Oh yeah, it makes you so lazy, guys. You know, it makes you so incredibly lazy. I'm just so passionate about it because it is actually wild. This world needs to like. It was originally made illegal for racist reasons. So unless you're a racist, you really should be okay with that. I mean, obviously you shouldn't be a racist, but you get my point. You get my point. If you're a racist, then you're gonna be a person that's like, fine, well, I'm behind that movement anyway. Of course you will, because you're a racist. But if you're not a racist, then you should be like, oh, really? You know, and no, I don't obviously value that. You know, and then reroute the whole. And that's not a lie. That is not a lie. It is the reason it was made legal in the first place. It was public enemy number one. And yeah, let's look up. With that being said, it's 4:20, everybody. Some people was like, it's not. It's like bedtime because it's America. I'm like, nah, bro, get up. The sun's shining. The weather's good. Right, bear with. So I'm gonna go for my medical now. Medical, but today it's just 4:20. We're enjoying ourselves. I'm joking. But I'm not. It is 4:20, but the sun is shining. Ish. Semi. Yeah. Anyway, sorry guys, but yeah, so I've been busy the last 4 days. Just took some time off because it actually felt like lives were getting ineffective, they were getting pointless. I was saying the same thing over and over again. Because you do, once you've got nothing new to show, nothing new to, do you know what I mean? But it gave me 4 days to just re-collaborate my brain almost. And I realised I've been doing lives every single day, near on, bar maybe like 1 or 2 day break in between. Like the last few days is probably the longest I took off for lives. It was like 4 or 5 days. Right, 2 seconds. Oh, actually, I'm not going to chop my shoes on. I'm just going to leave it like this. And then come back, fingerboard, just chill really. Show people some new graphic designs that I've got. Like, I think one on my shirt as well, because I think the one that says cat shit, it's going to be funny, you know, just like, you know what, it's a funny shirt. I'm trying to bring back slightly more like funny, not even controversial, bro, because it's not even the case, but I think things have just got so babyfied and I can't handle it. I'm like looking for a shirt myself that I would want to wear, but I'm like, everything's like, might as well say flipping Teletubbies or something. And it's because like we can't all be business saying like, you know, because they want to maximise their profit. So what they do, they make it available for everybody. But then by doing that, you guys, whoever's older, is stuck with a graphic that they're not particularly, you know, that they don't particularly like. And I don't get me wrong, granted, you're not gonna have like Bluey or whatever that Cocomelon is. But I feel like they don't have. I think because they think society's got more sensitive, they've made less funny stuff. But I class as funny anyway because they think everyone will be offended, so they don't even sell a shirt that someone or whatever that someone could wear at their own house. You know what I mean? It's like it's like they strip away all rights from you. You don't have any rights to even make the choice as an adult yourself to wear a shirt that says F you on it, right? You know there's kids around, you're not going to necessarily wear that around kids, right? Cool, but you're an adult. So if you wanted to wear that at home, saying, yes, I'm grumpy until you bring my cup of coffee, F off, right? That should be fine. You're an adult. That is completely acceptable. But in this day and age, I don't know if it's like in America or this is just the UK, everything's getting so bloody like I don't know, it's like babyfied, man. And like I now have to get the same skateboard that, you know, a 12-year-old kid would get because there isn't any graphics that are now slightly more edgy or risky, or because they're like, oh, but they're sold in the shop. You know what I mean? Like if they're sold in a skate shop where kids will be buying skateboards too, then it's just inappropriate. True. But that's why I have my online shop, but also at the same time, do you know what I mean? It becomes a challenging thing. Before, it used to be the case of you wanted to play an 18 plus, you'd have to go into a game store with ID, show them your ID to get this game. Now, I mean, I know things because of Xboxing and they're changing, but there was a time period where you could quite literally just buy yourself an Xbox and, you know, you have a bank card and some money, cool. And you could do that at 16, you could do that at 15. You could play 18, you could have GT, like, growing up, having the online store made it so easy. Obviously, I grew up after games too. Like I'm 25 now, but still witnessing that still time period a little bit. And I don't know, it's just odd, man. Now, as I said, everything's just babyfied and intensified. I think they've realised kids can just get the same thing adults are getting without being ID'd. So now they're just like, shit, we all on the same market. So let's make everything PC and child friendly and did it. And it should be to a degree, but there also should be, as I said, like t-shirts that are slightly more funny, edgy, that I'll add like cat shit with a cat, like, you know what I mean? You don't have to wear that. Like, say if you're dropping, you've got kids and you're going to school, you're dropping them off school, you're not going to be wearing that shirt, maybe. Maybe you choose to, that's your choice as an adult. I mean, not recommended. But, you know, what I mean, say you're also having like a party, you've got a mate's party, or you are just, you're not a parent and you do live at home alone, and you are allowed to have swear words on your shirt and stuff like that. I feel like everything's just got too babyfied. That's all it is, man. I think it's all got fucking weight stuff. Yeah, everything's just too babyfied, and it's too. You know, well, we've got to try and maximise our profit margin, so we're just to make this available to every person. How can we do that? Okay, let's remove anything that has slight language or any limitation or any, you know, that might offend anybody and stuff like that. I think, yeah, you should be careful. You shouldn't try to be offensive. Because you can be funny without being offensive, like that's just a fact. You don't have to, because people just try and go for obsceneness just to try and be funny. Don't need to do that. I think if you're actually funny, you can make people laugh about. Like you can go into yourself and mock your own self, or you know what I mean. But the main belief is to slightly bring back the slightly edgier graphics for skateboards, because I'm missing that, man. I really am missing the sort of funny, darker humour that came with it. I mean, damn, there was some really, really savage graphics. The problem now, I mean, you would generally probably get cancelled for even trying to release, like instantly cancelled. There wouldn't even be like a debate about it. I think people, you know, cancel culture is wild at that level. The funny thing is with cancel culture, I'm the sort of person that rebel, not even like, you can rebel that so easy because you would utilise the cancel culture to benefit you, because cancel culture doesn't work anymore. It's people who like the cancel culture people. So if people try to cancel me for my graphics, I'm like, cool, get some part of the cancel culture route now. Like Ricky Gervais or something. I don't know. I know it's different and he's a flipping millionaire and I'm poor as shit. I mean, I think that's pretty much the only difference there that I can see. I think I'm funnier. Obviously, I'm joking. I'm not. That is class comedy, honestly, legend. But you've got the same mindset that I have, you know what I mean? Say, oh, I know that all of your friends have Epstein here, piss off, I know you were. Like, that's what I'm like. I like the funny, like, what do you do if they come and remove you and take you down? I'm like, cool, let them do that. Like, I'm really not fazed, bro. I don't want to be a part of that flipping society. And that's a society that we're a part of, and I'm good. You know what I mean? It's like you either join us or you're against us. I'm like, well, I guess I'm against you then. I'm like, you can have this bit of thigh, this bit of leg, this bit will probably be the most tender if you cook it at like 180 for a good few hours. I don't know, I'm just very dark about my own life, my own view. You got to be. Until it's the last minute, and I'm like, oh shit, shit's serious. I think you just can't like, care too much on a certain thing. I mean, I care about that, but I mean, that's why I like stop showing any celebrities any sort of care, or you know, I mean, not care, but I don't care about celebrities anymore, bro. I thought they were all like, I thought it was sus anyway. So I'm looking for a term. I was going to tell you something. I thought it was sus how these celebrities have millions of pounds. It's like, oh, do you know how much it cost to make that movie? It's like, oh, yeah, the budget for that was like 500 million. I'm like, what the fuck? Do people not see how sus that is? That sounds like a trafficking ring, you know, cover up. Not even cover up, right? It sounds like literally, what do you call it? Washing the money. You know, it's like Breaking Bad style, but with like human trafficking. I generally think that's what that seems like. How can you tell me £500 million is what it costs to make a movie? Bro, I made a home movie, like a school one, right? They gave us a camera. They didn't even give us 20 quid. I don't know, it's maybe a joke, obviously, it's a school project. But if you're telling me it takes money to make a movie that good, then I at least want 20 quid. Do you know what I mean? But no, there's like, you know, they have some school cameras that might be broken with some cracked lenses and just, you know, you will be judged on the quality of it, even though the cameras we're giving you are bloody broken. But no, I'm going on a tangent now, but you get my point. It's done. How the flip does it cost us £500 to make a movie? I'll make the same movie for you with my computer skills for half that price. I would, because I would take what? Say it's 500, I'll take 250 million. You know, I would literally work the next 10 years of my life and take that money, because that's more than we'd ever earn. You know what I mean? Realistically. Oh, it's crazy. I don't see it. Like, because these guys have millions anyway, they don't realise that when we see that number that we are like, what the fuck? How is that even realistic? Do you know what I mean? I have no idea who that is, bro. Just realised that's this fat one. It's rolled up a fat one time. Happy 420, yo. 420. It is the date. It's the best. I honestly think this is better than birthday. You know why? Because birthdays are very I'm very lonely, man. You sit there and you celebrate what you want. No one really gives a fuck about your birthday other than you do. Well, as my, it's like, yeah, it's my birthday. People are like, cool, happy birthday. They don't care. They've just got a regular ass boring day to deal with. 420, everyone can be happy. Everyone can rejoice. It's a day to share the celebration, man, as well. Do you know what I mean? That's what I feel like. You wear the mad attack. That's quite from like English written culture, like I don't know, Harry Potter.